Yeah, well, it's definitely on your MTV Raps, you know what I'm saying? And we up here in D&D Studios. Brothers playing a little pool, cooling out with the crew up in here. And what's up? We got my man Premier right here. What up?
What's up, everybody out there in TV land? What's up, Ma? How you doing?
What up? And my man
Guru, Gifted Unlimited Rhymes and Russell. You know what I'm saying? The whole Gangstarr Foundation, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn is up in here. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. So who we got up in here, man?
My man Mike Ron Capone. My man Sincere from the East, you know what I'm saying? My man Al Cazal over there from the East. Little Dot, Stick over there. Jay with the Damager.
On this side over here, we got my man DJ Scratch, the notorious DJ Scratch.
Well, from down with
my man OC right here, you know what I'm saying? Afu Ra in the house. My man engineer right there, Eddie Sancho, chilling, you know what I'm saying? And we got my man over here, the Canadian Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Word.
So basically where we at up here today in Yo MTV Raps is at the laboratory where Premier, one of the top underground hip-hop producers, you know what I'm saying, already worldwide, internationally known as a DJ. This is where it all goes down, and this is the lab. And what we gonna do here on Yo MTV Raps is go into the studio with my man, and you're gonna tell us how it's done, right?
We'll kick a little something about the back cave, you know what I'm saying?
There we go. Enough flavor jumping off here. Also one of the first groups, probably the first hip-hop group to really get down with the whole hip-hop jazz thing that's blowing up, but it's also like a hardcore b-boy thing, you know what I'm saying?
It's all about being real, dude, no doubt.
All about being real, everybody just shooting a little pool, kind of casual and everything. So yo, we gonna roll into a video?
Yeah, what's it called? No Time to Play, right?
No Time to Play?
Jazzmatazz LP, yeah.
How was that thing, you know what I'm saying? Check it out right here on Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go into the studio and see how it's done. A real cool thing, y'all, because Yo MTV Raps is back in effect, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for hanging out with us. And like the flavor, we getting deep into my man, DJ Premier, another success story. DJ turns major underground producer on the New York scene. And, you know, we in the laboratory right now, cooling out with my man Premier, my man J. Ruler Damager. What up, Black?
What's up? Premier is one of the nastiest DJs, producers, anything. I don't care what nobody say, you know what I'm saying? Man definitely got it going on.
Hey, yo, Premier, run it down for the audience, man. You know, like, what's the process like? I mean, you know, from beginning to now.
As far as producing, well, started out just with mixing records, you know. I used to be at this college right here that I'm wearing, you know, Prairie View, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Out there doing parties. Just responses from the crowd, from just being able to read what makes them move, you know what I'm saying? It really just by ear. Mm-hmm. You know, you got a crowd motivated and they always want to pay attention to what you play.
Right.
That's how you break records. So when hip-hop came out, that was just the niche that I was looking for, you know, to even take it to the next level. So I got into producing, but still DJing is my most important thing. That's my biggest heart. That's from that, you know, as you know, hip-hop originated.
Right.
Because they started repeating, cutting things back and forth.
Right.
And that was your loop. That was your sample looping 2 turntables.
True,
and then from there, you know, samplers came out. And even when samplers came out, they wasn't really meant for what we use them for. True. They was meant for other ways of sampling and taking things and copying it. But we took it and, you know, that's our extra turntable. We just started looping the stuff that just catches it. You know, you gotta have hooks, you gotta have good rhymes, and you just gotta have something that makes sense. You can't just rhyme about anything. Even if it's about Pop That Coochie, it's gotta make sense. I like Pop That Coochie because I like seeing the girls in it. And that's what it stands for, just that. So you can't take anything away from that. But then when it comes to the lyrical, strictly laying down lyrics, you gotta represent. And it's sort of like a clubhouse. You gotta really come with the real in order to be able to fit into the clubhouse. Otherwise, you ain't down.
When you start your beats, like in the process, I've noticed every time I get with a hip-hop producer, DJ, an important ingredient in the studio is the turntable.
True indeed.
The wheels of steel over here. Of course, there's a couple of crates, you know what I'm saying? So that foundation still starts with like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Where hip-hop came from. But it's amazing how this whole digital thing is coming to play, and it's like the digital version of the funk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Got my man Guru right here showing us all them crates and everything.
Loads and loads of vinyl.
Word up, word up.
One thing that's always got to be present in hip hop is the vinyl, because that's the source of what became this music that we have here. So you cannot ever leave that part out. It got to always be, you know, available, and labels got to understand that too. without vinyl, you wouldn't have hip-hop, and then you couldn't cash in on the wins. There's nothing wrong with you cashing in with us, but you got to know where it comes from and understand it, and then everybody can be happy and get paid.
Hey, yo, my man, Premier, put it down. And, yo, you get the award non-stop without taking a breath.
Good looking, man.
Segment,
Good
dropping it
looking.
down.
Right.
Yo, we going to come back, a lot more of this flavor in the studio with DJ Premier. You know what I'm saying? My man Little Dap, J. Rue the Damages in the house, and my man Guru chilling in the background. Check it.